In the previous video you saw medium to larger size Polish glass ornaments, but in this video you'll see the smaller ones. What you notice right away is once again they all have the same cap with the ridges, and engraved on the top is Poland. On this one you have the same webbing design you saw on the larger one, but this one's done in mica. And here's a fuchsia one, also done with mica design. This one has similar flower designs with a single stroke painting. This one has an indentation with an interesting mica design around the indentation. This one sort of has garland draping down the sides. If you compare the size of these to the large ones, here's a comparison. Pretty small. And these are not the smallest in my collection. This one is in one of the old Polish boxes from the 50s. And as you saw in the last video, it has garland around the side. It says Poland on it. It has the Santa Claus face. Let's take a look inside. See what we have. This is a miniature version of one we saw earlier, with a little bit of the webbing done in the black glitter. This one is a newer one because it has silver glitter, probably done in the 60s. This one has one of those sort of Asian style designs. And this one we haven't seen in a larger one. Put the lid back on. Sometimes you'll see these boxes in the antique stores with ornaments other than Poland in them. But once again, you can tell by the caps right away it's from Poland. Here's a little different one. You saw a large one that looked like it had a blue rose, and this is sort of a miniature version of that. This one has that rare purple color. As you see, you don't often see that in the glass balls from the 40s or 50s. But this one has the typical black glitter. The zigzag design is a little unusual as well. You'll see that in a few of these. Here's another one with the zigzag design, different colors. And here's another unusual one. But this one, these are done with the black glitter, so these are a little older than the others. Some of them are a little more round with the tail on the bottom, such as this one. And you've seen the flower design on the larger one in the last video. Here's another box. This one has a different Santa Claus. Let's take a look in here. We saw earlier the fuchsia indentation with the mica, and here's the miniature version. And we also saw this sort of Asian design on the big one, and here's the little one. It has the same design. So you see they repeat designs. This one's a very unusual flower on it. Here's another unusual flower. This one's a little different than all of them. Here's one with an indentation. It has silver glitter. It's a sign of it being a little newer than the others. This one has the black glitter and sort of that webbing design. This is the smallest. These are the smallest ornaments of my collection. Let's take a look at the box first. This one has Santa Claus standing on the chimney, a Christmas tree. It says Poland on the side. These are the smallest Polish ornaments I know of. This one, similar single stroke brushwork in there, a little different than the others. Let's compare it to this large one. Very, very small. And compared to the small ones, it's even smaller. Here's one that we saw earlier with the webbing done with the mica. This is in a rare light pink color, not normally seen. Here's a purple. Purple is not normally seen, but in the smaller collections you see them. Here's more of an orange. This one has a little different design than the others. There's another one to design. That's purple. And it looks like the purple was more common in the tiny ones. Yeah, I actually have 2 boxes of these, but I leave them on the trees, so you won't see all of them. Okay. There's another box. There's the Santa Claus. Typical garland design. Very ornate boxes like that. Here are the leaves we discussed in the last video. Here's another one with the webbing. It has some of the black glitter left, but a lot of it has worn off. This one has a lot of color combinations inside, even though it's only gold and silver. There's a green and red indentation. These were very colorful ornaments for the time. Here's another box of Polish ornaments, a little different style. As you can see, the indentations are smaller. Indentations go all around. Some of them have 4 of them. There's a purple. They were out there. They were definitely purple. It's just not very common. This one has more of a ball shape with a little tail on the bottom. Once again, you can see, compared to the large ones, just how small these are. There's a large one here. The small ones could either be used for a small tree, tabletop tree, or maybe the top of your tree to scale the ornament's size to match the part of the tree. Now this one has a nice icy indentation, but look at this, it has the silver glitter, so this must be a little newer than the others, and has several to sort of match that in style. This one has a very icy indentation. This is a little bigger than the others. Silver glitter again, so that's newer. This one, solid mica around the sides, and you notice it's like a replica of the big one. Same blue indentation, same glistening of mica. This one has the web design, but it's done in silver, so it's a little newer than the others. This one is a bronze color, not that often seen. It might have been a different dye lot. And then on the back of this one is purple with a diagonal zigzag design. For some reason they hid the purple on these. And here's another one. Same thing, purple on the back. This one has very colorful indentation. This is a box, I would assume from the 60s by the style of the Christmas trees. Still says Poland. This brand was Santaland, but it looks like a more contemporary style. They were distributed in New York, product of Poland. A few more miniatures. This one has the typical Polish leaf design around the indentation. This one's a round one with the webbing. This has an unusual indentation. There's no ridges. It's just a smooth indentation. Here's another one like we saw earlier. And some of the smaller ones have only one color of stain alternating with the mica, where the larger ones had different colors of stain alternating with the mica. This particular ball had an indentation of green, gold, blue, and red. But the fuchsia indentations always had the teardrop shape rather than the round shape. There's another set. This one's a little different than all of them. It has mica around the indentation, but not around the back, and it has mica alternating with the pink, and there's some black glitter on this as well. These are more of a medium size, possibly could have been in the other video. This one has an unusual jagged edge around the indentation. This one is not from Poland, as we can see from the cap, although the cap does not fit, so they may have been switched. It has a similar indentation to the others, so it's a possibility of switched. Although, one thing, the back of it is solid silver, and if you notice from the Polish ornaments, the backs of them always have designs. So I would say that was not a Polish glass. This one has that icy green. So this is pretty much my whole collection of Polish glass ornaments.